Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. My name is Sub-Zero Exabyte and today we are going to be playing some Minecraft. I need to go and find myself a nice big area to begin building and start what I am going to do in today's video. I have decided that I am sick and tired of sitting around doing nothing all day in Minecraft except play some random games and play with friends. I want to sit around and watch some TV shows, so I have decided that I am going to build myself a real TV in Minecraft that actually works. This area here is pretty smooth and away from all the trees, so I am going to hop into the creative mode inventory and grab some items to build a really nice house. I clearly enjoy building houses, but as you know, I am not going to be building a simple house today. I want a really special holiday home that I can come and visit when I get bored and tired in the other houses and places I have built around the game. I can wait to get started on this house. I am planning to make it really fancy and attractive so that it will be very pleasing to the eye and look like a lot of work went into this. I am going to of course grab some wooden logs and begin to place down the foundation of the house and mark out the edge of where the walls will be. I will make these logs into pillars that will be incredible and act as the first part of my really in-depth wall for my fancy house. After I have made this, I can start to add a door and use some different colors and shades of brown wood to contrast on the walls. I think the doors that I have chosen are really nice and I will be using a pinewood floor. For the rest of the wall I want to use some other blocks like logs and planks. I can seem to decide what I actually want to use for the walls. Perhaps I will use some wooden planks and that would be really cool, or I could even try and use some wooden staircases. Staircases are really interesting to use during building because you can place them at all sorts of angles and they help with making things look less blocky when you build things. I am going to use upside down stairs for my walls and make sure they are normal wooden planks to contrast well with the logs I have used. The extra ledge on the stairs actually adds a cool amount of depth to the wall of the building, so that is quite interesting. Make sure you use stairs in some really cool ways in your Minecraft builds in your game at home, and make sure to send me some pictures and screenshots over Twitter. You can follow my Twitter at Sub-Zero Exabyte and the link will be on my channel or in the description. I will make sure to like and retweet some of the coolest looking ones. Now I am going to grab some more wooden planks and build the walls. The walls will go inside and behind the log framings. I really want to make the building look 3D, so I am going to add this extra layer of wooden planks and cover up all the holes there are in the logs at the moment. I need to make sure that I fill in all the gaps and make sure that the wall is really fun and interesting, but also that it is really thick to keep the inside of my really fancy house warm. There would be no point going to all of the effort to build a fancy house when it will be really cold inside and have no heat insulation in the walls. I will need to make sure that I build this house very strong and sturdy. Now the wall is complete and I need to get rid of this black sheep as it can't stay in my house, as I need to build some flooring to my house and it would get in the way. I am now going to clear up all of the wildflowers and long grass that is messily scattered all around the floor of the inside of my house. I am also going to get rid of all the dirt on the bottom of my floor and fill it in with the type of wood that I used on the floor of the door, which is pine wood, a very light type of wooden plank that I always use for floors as it looks very attractive and light on the eye when walking around. I think that if I place it all around the floor, my fancy house will have a really cozy feel to it, but obviously you can use whatever blocks you want to build your house. This is just a simple guide as to how I like my house to be built. Now let's head outside and check out how the walls look. There are a bunch of sheep running around and hopefully they don't all run into my house and get trapped like the last one. The wall looks really good, so now I just need to add some roof. I need to decide what block to use and I think I might choose stone staircases. I feel like staircases are really easy to build with. You might find them tricky, but as I mentioned before, I think they provide a really nice effect to your building. Also, I have already used wooden staircases, so I have decided to use stone stairs for the roof to make it stand out more and be more distinct. I think that it looks really nice, and we cannot forget to also add the stairs to the inside as well, so that the house is airtight and all the heat is kept in. Once we have done this, we can start work on the upper part of the roof. I feel like we can use some more stone materials. Perhaps perhaps some stone slabs, and we can build them across the roof as if they were like beams. This should help give the roof a very bumpy and cobbly feel to them. The bumps will also add depth and make the roof look a little more interesting. I am going to line up the beams carefully by placing a set of slabs and then extending them along the roof one by one to see the effect that they add to the roof. I just need to do the last one or two and place a few more slabs and it should be ready. I am going to add a very jagged edge to the roof because slabs allow you to build with half blocks. Much like stairs can allow new and different angles when you are building, slabs can also add different effects and depths to the things you build. I am using them now for the top part of this roof, and much like the first set of beams, I am going to build along the roof line to make sure all of these beams line up correctly. It seems like at the side of the roof there is a little gap to the sky because the width of the house is uneven in blocks. I am going to have to block it up. I wonder what I am going to do to block up that hole. I am not sure what I am going to do exactly to clear it up. Perhaps first I can try to use some slabs to clean up the hole. I can't leave it there as that would mean that it would be really cold inside my house, and if it ever rained or snowed then it would all come inside my house. Also, I really hate insects and spiders, so if they started crawling into my house it would be horrible. For some reason the stone slabs do not look actually. Instead of slabs or stairs, I think I have a better idea for this section of the roof. We are going to need to let some light in every now and again, and I used to build skylights into all of my houses way back when I used to play Minecraft years ago. I guess I am going to grab some glass blocks and lay them out along the roof. I am even going to destroy another layer of the slabs to make room so that the skylight can be 2 blocks thick. I can now fill in the gaps with glass, and this way there is a fully complete roof that looks nicer, and I am keeping in the heat that I wanted to. I have decided that I am also going to use some slabs around the glass to make the effect look even cooler. As you know, you cannot place glass panes downward in a horizontal way, so I could only use glass blocks, and glass blocks are very bulky, so I am going to use some of these stone slabs to make a slight ledge and windowed sill type thing for the glass windows, so that when we going inside and take a look out, it will have a really nice shadowing effect and you can still see the beautiful blue sky and beaming sun on a bright summer day. Next, I want to make the front of my house look a lot more attractive. I really like the door I am using, but I would much prefer to brighten up the front of the house with some flowers and some trapdoors. I am going to grab some white flowers and plant them just out front of my house on either side of my door. I am also going to use some trapdoors to decorate. In case you didn't know, there are a lot of blocks in Minecraft that you wouldn't think could be used in building, but if you think outside the box, you can use almost anything to build. Right now I am using trapdoors to grid the front of my house. It gives the walls a bit of a waffle look while framing the doors and flowers really nicely. It also adds a lot of depth to the front of my house, and because you can interact with the trapdoors, you can also open and close them to change the look of the outside. I am so excited to get started on the inside of the house because, as you know, I really want to build a TV. I think that I have the outside front looking perfect, so it is time to move on to the inside of the house. I am going to grab some wooden staircases. This time, however, they are the jungle wood type of staircases so that they will stand out against the other wood types I have used today. I also don't know what to use as a table. I think I am going to use some logs as a nice table to use as a rest for some remote controls and other things like a plant pot. I am using the stairs to look like a chair. In case you haven't noticed, a set of stairs looks like a seat with a backrest to it, so I am going to use a bunch of stairs to make out a U-shaped couch for the inside of my fancy house. It looks very nice. I have decided to use a lever as a remote control because I feel that best looks like one, and also a lever is used to actually activate redstone, which is what I will actually use to turn on my television that I am going to build. I am also placing a clay pot onto the table to act as either a flower pot or even a coffee mug to drink up and get energetic when watching TV, so that afterwards I can go for a nice run and get some exercise. I am now going to grab some bits and bobs to build my television. I am going to need some classic redstone lamps, sticky pistons, and some other various different redstone equipment. This is where things are really going to start getting complicated, because this is the whole reason for this video, to make a real working TV for Minecraft. I am going to use black wool as the casing for my TV because it looks really nice and is slick. My phone is black and most of the technology and equipment I use is black, especially my TV. I don't want a small television, however. I really want to grab the sticky pistons and place them behind the black wool to make them activate in some way to make everything work and seem alive. I have a feeling that this is going to be really complicated and complex because I am going to have to redo some of this television bit by bit until it is perfect. I want my setup to be golden. If you are excited to see a working television in Minecraft, make sure to leave a like on the video, as a like will let me know that you guys are enjoying the content and definitely support what I am doing. It is important that I get feedback from fans so I know that I am making content correctly and right. Right now I am deciding what size television I want and what aspect ratio and dimensions I want. I am going to walk over to the back of this house to figure out what to do at the back to set up the television in a moment. I think that I have decided to go with a much wider television so that I can have some other setups with some consoles and gaming equipment next to my television. I am going to have an ultra-wide 4K resolution monitor and it will look beautiful. I am also going to grab some speakers and set them up so that I have surround sound in my house. I can wait to actually invite some people like my friends or some YouTubers to come and stay at the front of my house. I am going to dig a tunnel under the house to the back and set up some tunnel so that I can lay down some redstone wiring all around to activate the lanterns that I am about to place and also the sticky pistons that I have placed in the wall of the house. If you are wondering why I am doing most of the redstone underground, it is to make sure that everything is as out of the wall as possible so that it stays thick and strong and sturdy so that heat stays in and the walls can stay strong enough to hold my really loud speakers. Also I need a lot of room to redstone and underground has plenty of room. Now I will start laying down some redstone onto the ground and lead it from the lever right down through the tunnel, through a redstone repeater and up onto the surface to route back into the television box. I need to ensure that the lever activates the redstone every time, as I don't want to be embarrassed by inviting my friends over to come and see my really cool working television in Minecraft and my really cool loudspeakers and then suddenly my lever doesn't work and the television doesn't come on. That would be so annoying. I am having a lot of fun building this TV. Now we can go up to the surface and start working on the back of the TV like I spoke about. I need to go and grab some repeaters and place them directly at the back of pistons. You need to make sure that you can place repeaters at the back of your pistons because you cannot place two single redstone wires right next to each other, otherwise they will connect. This is why you need repeaters in some cases when using redstone. Now I need to wire up the redstone with the other wires I placed underground that are connected to the lever. I am going to place some redstone lamps on the top of my television to give some better graphics to my screen. I could just use glowstone to permanently light up the house, but the beauty of using a redstone lamp is that it needs to be activated by redstone so I can actually turn the lamp on and off and save electricity very easily. So I am going to grab some more repeaters and redstone and wire them up to the lamps from the side. I will have destroy more of the wall, but that is all fine considering I have made sure the rest of the wall is strong and tight. Of course I am going to use redstone repeaters to extend the power of my redstone because if you don't remember, the redstone actually needs to be powered and can travel only 15 blocks before all of its energy runs out, and you need to use another repeater to repeat the signal and make it travel another 15 blocks further. Now I have wired the redstone up to the redstone lamps and can activate them at the same time as the pistons that I have wired up. I am so excited to turn on this television and watch some really cool programs. Do you guys want to tell me what your favorite television show to watch is? Do you still watch television or do you spend all of your time on YouTube watching videos like mine? If you have watched this far in the video, make sure to comment and tell me some of those things, and also make sure to tell me the secret word. Just type in all capitals television and I will know that you have watched this far in the video. Now all I need to do is place a picture onto the sticky pistons and use that as the main screen for the television. I have also brought some of my really cool speakers. I am going to place them at the side of my television and on the walls by the side of the couch, and it is going to be so cool. As you can see, they are wither skeleton heads, but I heard a rumor that if you put a jukebox and a music disc into the wither skull, then it actually produces a really amplified sound. So if I add 4 and turn on my television, it will actually make the entire sound system really loud and surround. My friends are going to love this speaker system. I am also going to grab some torches and use them to light up the room, of course. Now that everything is completed, I am going to use some wooden blocks to build around the redstone to protect it. As you know, it would be dangerous to leave redstone wiring exposed everywhere, especially at night with lots of dangerous and mischievous mobs lurking around. This will protect the house, the redstone and make everything look far more attractive. I have also chosen to use stone slabs to roof this small little redstone building. This is very nice and has been a lot of hard work, but in the end it has actually paid off really well. I have made a really fancy house and a really fancy television set. Thank you guys so much for watching this video of me building an actual working television in Minecraft. It works well enough for me and it is in my really fancy and well-built house. I really hope that you guys enjoyed learning how to build fancy houses and make the walls really in-depth, and how to build some really fancy interiors to houses. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.